What's up everybody, Stella Chung here with your daily fix roundup of some of the most bizarre stories to come out of one of the year's biggest games. And a reminder from NHTSA about drug-impaired driving. So sit back, relax, and arise, ye tarnished. Here's your Elden fix, presented by NHTSA. Elden Ring is one of the biggest games of the year and also one of the most challenging. One boss in particular proved to be especially tough: Malenia, Blade of Mika. As more players resorted to summoning others online for help, word began to spread about a mysterious warrior named Let Me Solo Her. This individual would appear wearing nothing but a loincloth and a pot on his head, dual-wielding katanas, and as the name suggests, he would often then single-handedly defeat Malenia, often without taking a single hit. Word of Let Me Solo Her began to spread far and wide and went on to inspire fan art, custom action figures, and even a mod that lets players summon an AI version of this virtual folk hero. IGN's Rebecca Valentine interviewed Let Me Solo Her, whose real name is Klein Suboy. He explained that he himself had struggled beating Malenia, taking a whopping 242 tries to get it right. After such an ordeal, he felt motivated to lend his skills to other players in need. In May, Suboy livestreamed Let Me Solo Her's 1000th victory over the boss, during which thousands of viewers showed their support by making charitable donations and cheering him on in the chat. And his good deeds didn't go unnoticed. Bandai Namco sent him a care package including an actual sword. Moving on, just like not all heroes wear loincloths and pots on their head, not all Elden Ring players play the game with supported input devices. It's becoming something of a running joke over the years to make FromSoftware games even more difficult by playing them with unusual peripherals, from a Guitar Hero controller to an actual violin to a literal bunch of bananas. This tradition continued with Elden Ring, so here are a few noteworthy mentions. The Fisher-Price Laugh and Learn controller is a toy for babies that can't actually be used to play games unless you mod it to, like Rootism did. Playing Elden Ring with this might seem easy enough, but it's a few buttons short and has no right thumbstick, which Rootism worked around by having a switch that toggles between alternate inputs. Super Lewis64, the very same streamer who got Dark Souls running on bananas, decided to get a bit literal with Elden Ring by playing it with a Nintendo Ring Fit controller, which is great if you didn't think cardio was just enough of a hassle on its own. Now someone needs to make a mod that replaces Dragon Lord Placidius with Drago, and you've got yourself a proper Elden Ring Fit adventure. Get good and get ripped. Okay, so we've talked about people who kick Malenia's ass, people who play Elden Ring with unusual controller setups, and people who manage to make the whole thing a workout. But what about all the above? A streamer named Miss Mika got some attention for rigging up a DDR pad to play Elden Ring, and she evidently got the hang of it because after a few tries, she managed to beat the infamous goddess of Rot with it using a level 1 character. Okay, so maybe 553 attempts over the course of 15 hours isn't exactly a few, but it's impressive either way. Anybody can play Elden Ring, but what about Elden Rings, plural? Well, Miss Mika also figured out how to play 2 games at once, one with her hands and one with her feet. If you want to find out more, IGN's Rebecca Valentine interviewed her too. And hey, if you're stuck on an Elden Ring boss playing with a good old-fashioned controller, head over to IGN's guide section for some tips and tricks. And finally, the new year is almost here, and with it comes so many games we here at IGN can't wait to play. From vampire hunting co-op shooters to the latest installment in one of the most iconic fighting game series, there's so much to be excited for this holiday season and beyond. If you and your friends are looking to celebrate and smoke or consume marijuana, make sure you identify a designated sober driver to get everyone home safe. Your life might just depend on it. If you feel different, you drive different. NHTSA is here to remind you that if you drive under the influence of marijuana, you could get a DUI, or worse, you could crash and hurt or kill someone. Always remember, drive high, get a DUI. Thanks for watching. This has been a special Elden Ring Daily Fix, and I'm Stella Chung. What's your craziest Elden Ring claim to fame? Let us know in the comments. And for everything Elden Ring and all things gaming, you're in the right place, IGN.